Is Action Force Valaverse figures good? My final thoughts on these figures, because I still get messages to this day about the video that I made and people coming at me like I really don't like the figures, and that's not the case. Honestly, I think they're just okay, and I think they have a lot of potential. The main two negatives is, one, the plastic is not smooth or easy to articulate. You got to heat these figures up extra, and once they cool down, they go back to being pretty stiff. The figures in Wave 1 are literally shipped with a warning saying to heat them up due to a factory issue. My second problem that I have with the line is that the basic troop building figure, which is the only figure that I actually really liked, the only figure that I actually wanted, I didn't like none of their main characters, but that basic troop building figure comes with nothing but hands made for interacting with guns, but they could not throw in one gun, which I think is ridiculous. And it's an army soldier with not one gun included, but includes a bunch of gun holding hands. Well, Ninja, if you want guns, buy the deluxe figure, duh. No shit, Sherlock. But the point that I'm making here is for 30 bucks, I don't get one pistol or one rifle. I don't even get a vest that comes on a figure. I don't get no leg holsters. I get nothing. I literally get a bunch of hands, a head, and oh my god, a figure stand. The price of the troop builder is $21.99 plus $8 shipping. So for $30, I get one army soldier with no guns, no vests, no weapons at all. To me, the deluxe figures are supposed to include more, not include what should have been included in the first place for the basic figure. So $30 for a figure, an army figure at that, without one gun is ridiculous to me, on top of worrying about the plastic and joints breaking either initially or over time. So for example, to break it down, because like I said, I still get a lot of messages from people. Oh, well, if you want guns, buy the one with guns. And it's that, sure, if you like throwing your money away, go ahead. But here's why I feel like I was throwing my money away. Another company, for example, is Articulated Icons. They sold ninjas, basic ninjas, deluxe ninjas, accessory packs. Wow, pretty similar to another company. They were another line made for kit bashing, mixing and matching parts. Wow, pretty similar to another company. They also were a startup company. This was their first line, first wave of figures. They didn't have a huge backlog. This was their beginning. But even their basic ninja, because remember, they got a basic, they got a deluxe, they got accessory packs. Wow, all like someone else. But even their basic ninja came with a sword, 2 to be exact, and it also came with a small dagger, and it also came with a bunch of hands, most hands kung fu or made to interact with the swords. Imagine buying a ninja action figure for $23. They give you sword holding hands, but your ninja comes with no sword, no knife, no throwing stars, nothing but some hands and a stand. And then the company says, hey, if you want a sword or a weapon to go with your action figure, you got to spend an additional $13 on top of shipping, bringing that one troop builder to a total price of 42 bucks. Really? And there's people that justify this. Who sells a ninja action figure without at least one sword? That's exactly what they did with this army troop builder. You sold an army soldier with a bunch of hands, an additional head, and a stand. No matter how you slice it, 2 plus 2 is 4, and that was a poor choice. There's a bunch of other companies we can also use as an example. Mythic Legion's a bunch of second or third party companies that are not as big as Hasbro or Mattel, but they still did things better than this. They still made a better choice on their basic troop building figure than this. So in closing, I got a soldier action figure made to only use guns. It's not like he's made to swing a spear or swing a sword, or, you know, he's only made to use guns. And I'm supposed to be happy because the figure came with a stand and some extra hands. Maybe a figure stand makes you that happy, but it doesn't work for me, especially a figure stand for a figure that doesn't have issue standing on its own in the first place. And people are still justified. People are still act like they're getting a better deal or better figures than what G.I. Joe Classified offers at the moment. The truth is you don't. You don't. You're not getting a better deal for your money. You're not. It doesn't mean that they're not good figures, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. They're a smaller company, I get it. Things have to be more pricey. Understandable. But I'm just saying, for 30 bucks, damn, couldn't get one gun? Articulated Icons, once again, their deluxe ninja came with everything the regular came with, plus more, a lot more. And that's how it should be done. That's how I told you. I'm using articulated icons as an example. Boss Fight Studios, Vitruvian Hacks. There's a bunch of companies I could have named, and their basic trooper usually, for the most part, 80 to 90% of the time that I saw, still includes that bare minimum. So if it don't make no sense with ninjas or another type of troop builder, then it doesn't make sense here. It is what it is. Call a spade a spade. Make people feel like for your basic figure, they're getting a complete figure. And me, in this case, as the consumer, I don't, because I'm not getting a complete figure for $30. The majority of things that would make this an army soldier troop builder, the vest, the guns, the helmet, the leg holsters, the majority of accessories needed to make this a complete figure, they're just not here. I get a blue blank body figure with a ski mask on. What is this? You're better off charging your $42 or $43 for a complete troop builder. That would be much better, and you would have gotten less comparisons to G.I. Joe Classified. But when you're selling a figure in the same genre as another company, of course there's going to be comparisons. At the same price point, of course there's going to be comparisons. And unfortunately, at the $20 to $25 price point, Valaverse does not win this comparison. You do not get more bang for your buck. It's a fact. And hopefully there isn't no 20% price increase, at least anytime soon. Because I believe $30 for one soldier with no guns, I think that's high enough. And $42 for some guns, I think is already, once again, high enough. Especially considering there are other brands and companies that for less than $30, you get all those guns and accessories, vests, leg holsters included already. Not a comparison for less than $30. Now, this entire time, for this entire video, and for all of my other videos, I've been talking about the product, separating the product from the owner/company. There's a reason for that. Allegedly, I say allegedly because I didn't really look into it. I have seen some clips for myself, obviously, and that's why I can speak on it, but I don't really look into it, and I don't really care to, because I'm here for the product, not the owner or the company. And they do have a cult fan base, which is out of their control. That's not their fault or their problem. But there is a cult fan base of Valaverse Action Force fans. I call them the Vala Blind, and they swear that these figures are the greatest thing to ever touch the earth, and they're not. It's way too early to call something like that, especially when Wave 1 has to be shipped out with a defective notice. Now, I'm not getting too deep into this, but from what I hear, and I have seen a few clips, the owner of the company does say negative things about other companies and figure lines from time to time, which is okay. I get it. It's fine. You need to believe, especially as the owner, that your figures are the best thing in the world. But before you throw shade or any kind of negativity towards another company, big or small, make sure you don't gotta ship your figures out with a defect warning. Make sure your figures, for the most part, don't have to be heated up once or multiple times and have close to no issues. Before you throw stones, don't live in a glass house. And allegedly they don't take kindly to criticism towards their figures. I don't know if it's true, but if my video gets flagged, banned, or whatever, then we know something's up. And I'm not even being negative about the figures. I think that they're decent figures and they have room to grow, but that's the thing. They still have to grow. This was just Wave 1. I hope that they do grow and get better, because they really are onto something, and so we as 1/12 scale collectors can have more options for our soldiers other than just one company and one brand, i.e. G.I. Joe Classified. Even Retro Blasting mentioned how important it is for companies to have some form of competition on a market. Otherwise, we as consumers are just really at that one company's mercy. Valaverse Action Force is like the top draft pick fresh out of high school. Sure, they're good. That's why they got drafted, but they still gotta grow into their own and work out some kinks and issues before I think we should act like they're already the greatest thing currently available. They're decent, and I can't wait for their female figures. That's what I'm really waiting for. That's gonna be the set be-all test for me, because at that point, they've already had Wave 1, Wave 2A, BA, however they're splitting them up, but they've had enough time. So I'd really judge their Wave 3 or 4 figures, and I cannot wait to test out those female figures. So in conclusion, to me, with my little old consumer opinion, they're okay, but I'm more so looking forward to what they will be in the future compared to what they currently are. I'll put it like that. But I'm sure that there will still be Vala Blind in the comments probably defending the plastic, even though it clearly had an issue in Wave 1, and they will also be defending how we got not even one gun with a $30 figure. I'm sure they'll still be there, so look down, check them out. The Valor blind definitely make me smile, so hopefully they make you guys smile too. So check the comments and add to the comments. Let me know what you think about my two gripes, the plastic and what you get for the basic trooper price. I take the time to respond, like, or acknowledge in some type of way every single comment that I receive. So let me know below. I appreciate it a lot, especially if you made it to the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and remember, life is short. Try to appreciate it more than you complain about it. Peace.